Okay, guys. Let me get started here. So, welcome to another episode of whatever we want to talk about.
3WTA.
Okay. We got Major Mal here.
Zim is in the building.
This is Bard.
And now we also have a special guest.
Hi, I'm Samurai.
There we go. Okay.
We're going to welcome our new guest, Samurai. Yay!
Yes, everybody welcome Samurai.
We have another guest. Yay. Someone actually likes us.
Funny that it's another girl.
Yeah. That is weird. So, today's episode is about an anime movie called Akira.
Right. Before we get into the actual review, I have a story to share with you guys. So, this week, I killed something.
Was it a squirrel?
Wait, we getting personal?
Like
With your
someone?
life?
I mean,
Okay, go for it.
if you take killing personally.
Well, it depends
Was
on
it
kind
your
of...
childlike wonder?
One more time?
Was it your childlike wonder?
That will never die. It's immortal. No, like I was driving. This was on a Sunday. I was on my way to work.
Yes.
And I'm driving on the street. Not going to say the name of the street, but I'm outside of a well-known grocery store, and
It was a dog.
it was not a dog. And this thing just right in front of my car, ran over it. And a part of me was like, okay, I hope this was a deer, but I'm supposed to unlock the door for my workplace. So let me go unlock the door and then come back. At least that way, if we have people coming, they're not all waiting on me in case I end up going to jail for like killing someone. So,
Wait, what?
So wait, it was a person?
No, wait, hold on. You left the door to your work open with no one there?
no, there's other people who work
okay.
there. But, you know, I'm the one with the key, so I have to get there, unlock it so that if other people come, they're not like left locked out.
I have a question before you finish the story. Will this podcast be used in the court of law?
Like, we might have to be on
Are we
trial?
witnesses now?
Like-
To what the fuck you ever did on Sunday?
No, I don't think you could be a witness unless you actually witnessed something.
Yeah,
I
but
was
if you
there.
tell
I
us
saw
a
him
crime
do it.
and we didn't report it, isn't
We're
that?
witnesses to you,
Are we like accessories?
confessing.
Yeah, we're an accessory.
Like, accessories, but not witnesses.
Okay, what happened? What did you kill?
So no, I went back and it was a deer. I was so happy it was a deer.
You killed
hit
a deer.
with your car?
Deer?
How big was this deer?
Big enough to crack half my windshield
Oh,
and knock
Jesus.
off my right side.
I thought you were the good person of the podcast, but
You killed Bambi.
Did you actually kill it, or you just
No,
heard it?
it was dead.
Was it Bambi's mom?
So let me
Bambi's
process
mom would have been in the forest, not outside of a grocery
this. Okay,
store.
let me process this.
but you were
Hey, we have
99%
city
sure it was a deer, right?
No, I was very sure
Because
it was
That's
a
the
deer.
part that I was worried
Okay,
about.
because I mean, if it
No,
was
no,
like
no.
I was 30% sure it was a deer, 70% possibly it could have been a human. That's
Like,
fucked
a
up.
human- wearing a
Is it
fur
a hit?
coat.
Is it a hit and run if you're planning on coming back within 5 minutes?
It doesn't
Yes.
count. if
I'm
it's
not a
deer.
lawyer, so I can't advise you on legal matters.
If it's a deer, it doesn't count.
Yeah, they're not people. So thanks for sharing that with us.
Deer killer.
Mother, wow, yeah. Put that on a t-shirt. Zim the deer killer. So, as I said before, today's episode is about Akira.
Or as I like to call it, Tron meets Connie.
Okay. I
Or
thought-
sorry, Carrie.
I was
the
getting, I'm about to
anime.
get angry before he's gonna throw a pun at me and wants to fucking slap somebody. Okay, so Tron
It's
meets
okay.
Carrie.
I care about you.
Oh, there it is.
So, people, Bard recommended this film.
I actually did not. That was a samurai's
I
recommendation.
recommend.
Okay, Samurai recommended this film. Okay.
Mostly because this year marks the 30th anniversary of when it came out.
Okay. So, what are you guys' initial thoughts when Bard came to us with Samurai's pick, actually?
I was actually caught off guard because
Yeah, true that, homie.
Well,
was
I
too.
picked good stuff.
okay. So
See the previous
was-
podcast for his picks.
But it's just because Bard is still a baby in terms of anime, so he doesn't have a lot to bring to the table.
I've put in a lot of hours in anime.
And knowing
Just because
Put
it's
in a
one
lot of
fucking
hours in
anime does not
Naruto.
mean it's anime in general.
so an anime such as Akira, and knowing how great it is, I was shocked. Like, oh, he has.
You have a taste. You have a refined taste, as Zim likes to say.
I thought it was all right.
He's tasting something refined. It doesn't mean he has refined taste.
I take that. You're right. I apologize. Yes.
Because I like to put a lot of ketchup on my steak.
Fuck you.
That's the truth. That's a truth right there.
So
like,
you
he's not
were
lying.
you were just thrown off by his pick. I agree. I was thrown off by your pick, but it wasn't your pick, but still coming out from your mouth.
Also, let's talk about refined. I want to tell a story.
You know what? Fuck it. You know, whatever.
Let's do this,
It is
right?
whatever we want to talk about.
Today,
It's like, what is it? Like episode 12 right on right now?
today,
Yeah.
I got to eat some scrimps and scallops. And they were delicious. Refined.
All right. Since we just tossed out meaningless stories. All right. I went to work today and then I came home and then I went in my backyard and I smoked some hookah waiting for you guys to get here.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good day.
That's Mallow's story of the day. Yeah. Okay. Since we're just sharing stories. Yeah.
Samurai?
I went to work. Then I picked you up and came here.
Oh, okay.
All right. Cool.
Also sat in the backyard with Mallow.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So, okay. Since this was her pick, what was your initial thoughts when she said, "Hey, let's watch Akira"?
I watched the trailer for it in Japanese, so I didn't know what was going on.
Dude,
and
what do you do? I asked
there
what your initial
was,
thoughts, what you thought when she first said it. Not
I saw a motorcycle,
okay.
and I was like,
Okay.
that's pretty cool. I like motorcycles. They're going pretty fast.
Fuck it. Never mind.
And then there was this like elevator thing in the trailer.
You asked for his thoughts.
His
You're
thoughts,
getting his
initial thoughts, not what he did when you said, "Hey, I want to watch this." Like, I want to know what thing popped in his head. Like, what's Akira?
Oh, I just thought, hey, I know that name. That sounds like another anime character.
All right, cool. That's your initial thoughts. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And we know why she picked it. So, let's go on to the ratings. Zim, start us off. How would you rate this film?
All right, spoiler free. I would say if you're looking for a classic, no, it's a spoiler. It's my rating.
Yeah, your rating.
I'm doing this or saying why I'm going to give my rating.
Yes.
Don't give me this look, guys. Anyways, I would rate it an 8 out of 10.
All right.
It's a very, very enjoyable film. It's a must-see. Like you said, it is the 30th year anniversary in 2018, so you guys should definitely just... If you want an anime that is timeless, we want an anime that you'll enjoy, I would say that this is one for almost everyone.
All right. Bard?
I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
And that's just because, yeah, that's just because there were some things in this anime that reminded me of other animes that I didn't like.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And that just put a bad taste in my mouth.
Okay. Samurai?
I actually give Akira like a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
Just because of the slight detour that the movie takes from the manga itself. Like,
All right. That's fair. I rate it as awesome out of 10. I really like this movie. I like this movie ever since I was a kid. This is the first time I've rewatched it in years, and I saw and understood things I didn't understand as a kid, but still enjoyable.
well, before I knew it strayed from the manga,
Yeah.
it was a 10 out of 10 for me, but once I figured that out, it was like, oh.
Okay.
But
So we want to jump into spoilers a little bit. Who wants to, give like a little rundown of the film?
Are you looking at me? All right. Okay. So,
Oh, this is going to be good.
Bard
all right. This is what happens, right?
This is what happens. Just a quick rundown of the film.
They're on a motorcycle,
They're on a motorcycle.
and then they're in this place, and there's a jukebox,
Okay.
and then this guy takes some pills,
Okay.
and then they're beating up clowns.
Okay.
Because no one fucking likes clowns.
No one likes clowns. Yeah.
So after that, then they're taking off,
Yeah.
and then they blow up a police station,
Yeah.
and they save this girl, and he tries to hook up with the girl.
Mhm.
And then after that, this guy, he runs over a little kid,
Yeah.
but the kid blows him up before he gets to run him over.
Okay.
And then this little shorter fat kid
Mhm.
that looks old as shit comes and saves him.
Yeah.
And then they go back. And then
Wait, are you saying the fat kid looks older than the original kid who was going to run over?
No, they both look old.
Well, because you didn't put old in the description for the little kid, and I was just
All right, there's a little kid that almost gets run over by a bike.
because that one looks like a senior versus the other one looks like a middle-aged man.
So-
I'm just saying.
Then they go back to the safe spot.
Yeah.
And then the original guy that was on a motorcycle crash, he wakes up and he breaks out and he starts getting all these superpowers.
Bart, let me say something real quick. Remember when I said quick?
Oh shit. Okay, so then the superpowers go bad.
Yeah.
Akira comes in. No, wait, no, that's Canada, right? Canada comes and saves the day.
And Tetsuo, yeah.
Oh, that's the girl that he's trying to hook up with.
No.
What movie did you watch?
Let him keep going.
Tetsuo, yeah, that's the bad guy.
Let him keep going.
Pesto.
I want him to make this quick, and he just
Pesto.
Let me finish.
Oh,
Y'all, I'm trying to do this
movies
quick.
all over again.
go ahead.
So after that,
Yes.
everybody gets mad. They
Mhm.
start rioting.
Okay.
There's some cult leaders.
Okay.
That was really cool.
That was really cool. Yeah.
Then he goes and he shoots Tetsuo,
Uh-huh.
and then Tetsuo blows up into a giant baby doll
Okay.
monster. And then the little other kids save him,
Mhm.
and then Kaneda shoots him with a gun.
Yes.
And then the girl turns Super Saiyan,
Man, this is the quickest synopsis I've ever seen.
and then Akira comes
or
back
heard.
and saves the world.
Gotcha. Zim, you wanna? You know what? I'm gonna toss in a quick synopsis of this film.
Yeah, that.
Drop it down on
So
this
what happens
Maladaddy.
when the second command, who's basically everyone's bitch, gets superpowers and says "fuck the world" and does whatever he wants to do to everything in his fucking path. That is a quick synopsis of this film.
Without being able to
Oh, I
control
thought you
Wait,
wanted like
wait.
a rundown.
Wait,
of what-
wait, I can be quicker.
Yes.
Chronicle.
Yes.
I don't know what that means.
Don't worry, we'll watch it one of these days.
All right.
It is basically this fucking movie, but
Well, I
a
feel
little bit
like
shorter.
people got more out of my explanation. than
Hey,
they got out of
how about
yours.
this? How about this? Well, I'm about to throw up my mouth by saying this. Could you guys comment below and say what you agree with?
Don't forget to subscribe.
Oh, let's see if that stays in. All right, cool. Thank you, Zim, for that. Thank you, Bart.
You're welcome.
Samurai, you want to say? You want to just knock this out real quick? How would you, describe this movie?
You described it pretty well.
Yeah.
Like
Thank you.
not Bard. Like Mallow described it very well.
All right, so before we get into like the good bad, based on what you guys have, what would you say you have more bad or good? Because we don't have to do the ratio.
I'm gonna say good.
You have more good than bad? More good
More
than bad?
good than bad.
All right, let's talk about the bad shit first then. So we can like get the shit talking out of the way until we get into like, the of the movie,
Wait, was that the
That's when you-
spoilers in?
Yeah, we're
now-
doing spoilers
we're
now.
jumping into spoilers.
We're getting spoilers now. All right. Zim, start us off. What did you not like about this film?
First thing that kind of just made me sit weird with it was, why does the Colonel look like every generic bad guy from the 80s/90 video game?
Why does the general and the fucking scientists have the same baby old man face? They have the same face. It's just that the Colonel's head is a little bit larger and the other one's a little bit squishy. They have baby faces. They have giant foreheads, little big old eyes, and these little puffy cheeks. What is up with that?
Can y'all hear
They're
me
American.
crunching my ice?
No.
No.
I'm pretty sure if I do the remove noise thing, you wouldn't hear it.
All right, my bad.
Just don't lick the microphone.
I'm not gonna lick the microphone.
I'm looking at you like you really want to put that in your mouth right now.
Kiss my ass, man.
But seriously, like the whole mohawk, almost bald mustache.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. It was a weird, I don't know.
You had a pretty nice mustache. I liked it.
He had the same mustache as everybody else. Everyone had the same fucking mustache. It was weird. What else is there?
okay, we're starting off with the bad, right?
Yeah, bad. We're just talking about bad right now. Because we probably would spend most of the time talking about the good because it's an excellent anime film.
I mean, granted, I know like it is a 30-year-old movie, so the time or the way people treated others was also different. But
Mhm.
I was not a fan of how women were treated in this movie. Just in general,
They were treated a whole lot worse than the manga.
I got to read the manga.
Oh, it's like $170 for like what, over 2,000 pages. Have fun with that. Unless you just, torrent it or whatever, then, be that guy.
You can just go to Crunchyroll.
But
Coming from you.
Crunchyroll manga has it.
This guy right here, this guy who just torrents and steals everything. I agree with you. It's pretty fucked, but like it's worse in the manga.
You talk about like when she gets punched in the face and stuff.
Yeah,
or-
like that. Even with her, it's
Yeah,
worse
but
for her.
She was with in the scene, like she was with like the guy that those the clown
She was
guys
fair
were
game.
coming.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She was fair
like
game.
that's you're
Like,
guilty by association.
You get
so,
punched in the
yeah.
face. Like
Gotcha.
we set his bike on fire. We punch you in the face. Like give or take. What else you got?
Like they did a lot worse in the manga.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel. I mean, I'm not going to get like nightmares, but that one scene where,
The teddy bears.
yeah, the Toy Story meets Weekend at Freddy's.
Well, like the bukkake bears, as I call them.
It's just milk.
The wave of bukkake just like just covering that kid.
I mean, like it's like an acid trip gone wrong.
Yes.
Like really wrong.
I never had a bad
Or
acid trip.
about when he like his guts start falling out and you see him like trying to fucking pull him back in.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That was badass.
Yeah.
Oh, bad stuff. Sorry.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up.
My bad. You want me to tell you my bad stuff?
No, it's Zim. It's Zim's turn right now. He's talking. Unless he doesn't have anything else bad to say, then I'll toss it towards you.
So yeah, there's just a few scenes that were like, I mean, I'm not going to lose sleep over it, but when I am sleeping, I'm going to feel uncomfortable while I sleep.
How many times have you seen this movie?
Twice.
Okay, that's probably why.
Wow.
I've seen this movie like probably over 15 times. Because I remember watching this movie was on Stars or HBO or something back in the day, and it would just pop on and be like, I'm gonna watch that.
HBO had anime movies?
I don't know. It was something. It was on cable.
Sci-fi.
It was sci-fi.
Sci-fi used to run.
It was on cable, and I saw this movie so many times as a kid, and I'm just like, this is amazing. This show's so cool. What's going on? It couldn't have been sci-fi because I remember seeing boobs. Unless did they blur that out? Because I remember
They
seeing.
would be edited.
Yeah, no, I remember seeing boobs.
Was
So
it was it dubbed?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
dubbed. It was English dubbed.
That's why.
Why? What?
That's why it was edited. That's why you lost stuff in it.
No,
She
No.
said
No,
she
like
did
it would
remember.
just be blurry.
I
did
do
see
remember
boobs.
seeing anime boobs. So therefore, it
No,
wasn't
but
on sci-fi.
on sci-fi they did when it was on late at night.
Okay, then
It would be unedited.
then I just remember seeing this movie plenty of times and just having just remembering things and go like, oh yeah, that's a thing. What else you got? Besides, apparently, this movie's nightmare inducing.
That's what I got for now. We'll pass it on to Bard.
All right, Bart. What do you not like about this movie?
So there's only one thing I didn't really like.
What is
about
that?
it. And I've probably seen this anime. I've probably seen just one episode of this anime, and it's just complete trash. Like every time it comes on, it just fucking annoys me.
Yeah.
And once Tutsuo gets all powered up,
Mhm.
he just reminds me of that stupid fucking Dragon Ball Z shit. And I can't stand it. And as soon as that happened, sorry, Zim,
Right?
I was just like, oh, this is just Dragon Ball. Like, this is going to take fucking 3 hours for them to finish fighting. I can't handle this.
What?
You're awesome. This
It
is
was
great.
just fucking crap.
Oh my
Like,
god.
he was just like,
He was
oh,
like
I'm a
half
fucking...
bald with long
I'm
hair.
about
Not even like
his
He did
hair's-
remind me of Vegeta.
His hair was just like,
He really did.
like, oh, my hair's in fucking
when he
pushed
had the
back.
cape, right?
And he started, yeah, like, I was just like, what the fuck is this crap? This is just Dragon Ball Z again.
Oh man, this is weird. Like,
Right. So, are you gonna reel up now? Because no one took the bait.
No, that's fine. I just want you to know how I feel.
oh man, those fighting words. All right, Samurai. Anything bad you want to talk about?
The one thing bad in the movie, I think, is when Tetsuo was going to get Akira at the
From the stadium? Yeah.
and he was just parts in a cryogenic thing.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be
Oh,
like
I think you need to say that for a different section where it's like where it
Yeah.
did not compare to the manga
Like,
whatsoever.
And I thought you're supposed to freeze different parts at different temperatures. How were
if
they
we're not
all
going
in
to
the
compare it
same
to the manga.
frame?
I don't-
It's a 10 out of 10.
I don't
Like,
know.
It's great.
I don't know.
Like,
But we should probably just have a section where you rant about the manga. You know, just rant about how the difference between this and the manga that you didn't like.
well, a lot of the violence is toned down.
Yes.
in the
Yes,
movie.
yes, it is.
Mhm.
A lot of
Which I
Like-
want to talk about that too, about the violence being toned down.
because I mean, like in the manga, like it was so extreme. Like the things that were happening was
But-
so extreme, even on the political sense, not just like the chaos. Like in the movie, you see some of it, but not.
I think
as in
I
death.
think it was on purpose because in the film it was a slow build. When you saw violence, it was quick. It happened, and we get past it. Like imagine when in the beginning where Tetsuo had the hammer or the pipe, and he clocks that guy in the face. Like you see blood come up, but it's quick. When a couple people get riddled with bullets, it happens and it's quick. When a guy got shot in the face, it happened. It's quick. It was like a slow build until like you got towards the end where all the, the mechanics and the organs start exploding. That's when all the gross tests came out. But every other, I think what they was doing is, they were trying to keep it realistic. Like all the violence was realistic and it was like to the point, we're done, it happened, that's not what we're focusing on, let's keep going with the story. And then when shit hit the fan, it was like, I want you to stare at this man as he's like fucking transmorgifying all over the fucking place and he's ulcers and pulsing and all these extra limbs. Stare at this, look at this, be traumatized by this. Everything that happened in the beginning, that's the fake shit. Like yeah, that's real. But
it's like what would happen.
It's what would happen in real life. I want you to look at this grotesque thing as like arms are coming out of arms and eyeballs and crushing. It's like, focus on that. That's what I was seeing, now, I guess, when I was watching it. And yeah, compared to the manga, it's like beginning to end. It's like, oh my God, my eyes are bleeding from all this fucking carnage. But in the movie, it's just like, no, we're saving everything up for the fucking crazy end.
I agree.
Yeah. Anything else?
For bad, like.
See, this is gonna be hard because
like
we don't have to. We ain't got that much shit to talk.
That's
right.
pretty much.
Yeah. Okay.
Bad.
We ain't got that much shit to talk about bad. We just sit, talk about the praises. I got a few things here. Like I said, I talk about the baby face general, and both him and the science had the same face. I don't know if you guys realize this. You guys remember the character Ryu?
Yes.
From
Ryu, the one who got shot in the stomach, whatever. Did you guys notice there's a guy who looked exactly like him hanging out with him, and it was pissing me off. I was like, who the fuck is this?
Shorter face.
Yeah, he had the same mustache, same face. I was like, what? Who is this motherfucker that looks just like you? Is that your brother? No, we're not gonna talk about it. And it was annoying the fuck out of me. It really was. Also, another thing about this movie that annoyed me so much, just watching now, but none as a kid. Anytime some good's gonna happen or something really, really fucked up, like the whole realism thing, anytime really fucked up things are about to happen, they cut away and they come back to the aftermath. Like when Yamato died, they cut away before he died and you saw like came back later. When Tetsuo was walking through the hallway and blowing people up, you saw him blow a few people up and then they cut back later. When he was, he did a few moves inside there, when you saw them, like, you came back, like, he's walking through there, he's like, oh, we gotta fucking shoot him. They come back and then everyone's in rubble. And I was like, we couldn't see that happen. Like, every now and again they would show stuff, but there were like 5 times where something was supposed to good happen. They like cut away and then come back to it. And I was like, I want to see it. I want to see the fucked up stuff. It was, that was something I found annoying. I was also annoyed by the fact that I couldn't tell that Kay was not Kaneda at times. I thought, and she doesn't look very feminine. She looks like Kaneda. And I was like, is that Kay? Oh shit, that's Kay. Oh shit. Even as a kid, I remember that because I thought that Kaneda got superpowers and was fighting Tetsuo at the end, but then I was like, oh, that's just another person entirely who's just like him. It's like, can you make your character designs look a little bit different, please?
So I'm surprised, Zim, you didn't bring up the rule of the ninja.
What do you mean?
With Tetsuo.
Oh yeah, because he was fighting all the military guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then fucking Kaneda was like the one apparently. Yeah. It was the rule of the ninja when it came to that shit.
I was waiting for you to bring that up.
He doesn't want to admit to the rule of the ninja. I brought in the rule of the ninja.
Oh wait, that's right.
It was me.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, no,
you were defending the rule of the ninja.
No, I'm not defending, or I hate the rule of the ninja.
Yeah, he hates it. You're trying to defend it because Naruto.
Well,
Get your
in
facts
this
straight, bro.
situation, I can kind of let it pass in the sense that you have bro code going on. Like, yeah, Tetsuo had a hard-on hate for Canada, but
for no reason. Well, I know there's a reason for it because he felt he was weak. He was the second in command. He was the one that was always being talked down to. He didn't get the respect that he felt that he deserved. So that's when he got like, his fucking Viagra and he just started waving his big dick around. He was like, everybody gets a taste, flap, flap, flap. That's basically what happened.
I don't even feel like he was like even second in command. He was more like the lackey.
Yeah, because the other guy,
because the other guys had a higher up, like, they would talk down to him.
Yeah, you're right. They were talking down to him
because he was always the one that fucked up and dropped the bike.
Yeah.
And
so what are you doing, fucking Tetsuo? Get your fucking bike off the ground.
You're not even getting it revved up high enough.
But even with all of that, I felt like, you had still, I wouldn't say that he had kind of bro code going on where Canada was originally trying to go and find him, rescue him, save him, and even the other way around.
Yeah.
Where Tetsuo was like, okay, now I'm the one saving you. So I feel it was one of those, he didn't initially try killing Canada. It wasn't like the soldier.
I'm not gonna say anything. Don't say anything.
Canada!
Like, I feel it was like, I dislike you, but we're still bros versus these are soldiers who I hate, so obviously I want them dead, period. So like, it's one of those where I'll let the ninja rule slide because he's not seriously trying to take him. Now
What about the general though?
Had the general? No, the general
Yeah.
was stupid. But I also let it slide because he didn't actually shoot Tetsuo.
Tetsuo!
Like he went in at the end planning to with a single gun, and
It's
that
like,
was stupid.
Fuck this motherfucker.
But the fact is, he didn't actually get that shot.
Yeah.
And so, had he gotten a shot and had that been effective, that's when I would have been, no, screw this. But
Yeah.
You mean like with the soul, like that shot? Or
No, like
No,
afterwards,
with the gun.
like
He
the
had the
soul,
pistol.
like the colonel was smart. You know, he started off like, okay, sending as many soldiers, that didn't work. Send in, the army, the bigger weapons, that didn't work. Send in the soul. Like, it was only when everything was over and lost that he was like, you know what, I'm gonna try a single handgun, even though by that time you should have just given up and used it on yourself. But
Damn. I have another point I want to talk about. I'm going to see if you guys agree with this. The story is pretty slow moving throughout. It was a 2-hour movie. It was slow moving throughout. But the thing that annoyed me was at the, like, close to like 20, 30 minutes, that's when they try to explain everything to you. Like, why these kids look the way they do, who Akira is, and like what's really happening with Tetsuo. Cause like everything, you're engaged with the story because you're being shown things, not told things. But at the very end, that's when they want to tell you everything. And you like, they tell you as much as they want to tell you. And it was weird to me. I don't know if you guys,
like with all the memory,
the memories,
flashback
all that
memory,
stuff
like,
too.
wait,
memory
that
down-
wasn't 20 minutes in. That was like
That's
an
towards
hour.
the end. 20
I
minutes.
I mean,
at the
towards
end.
20 minutes to the end, I'm talking
Okay.
about.
Yeah, I had
Well,
some questions
they're
about
rushing
the
things.
flashbacks, though.
They're rushing things in at the end and go like, well, you get it. He was traumatized as a kid. You get it. You get it now. It's like, well, look at this guy. They were friends with him. That's why I love him so much. It's like, it's weird. It was weird to me. But that's like only a gripe. I only got two
Because
gripes.
that ties in like the whole thing from before when like the kids were like, "We're gonna see Akira again."
Yeah.
Like right in the beginning, like the girl says that. Like,
Yeah.
It would
You know.
they also talked as if we're supposed to know certain things. That was annoying for a little bit, but I was like, whatever. I'll let it slide. It wasn't. It sometimes it felt like, did you read the manga before you watched the movie? Did you?
No.
Did you? It felt like that a couple times, but not so much. So that's not a really big
well,
gripe.
it did in the beginning, considering they didn't even explain like the terrorist people. Like
Yeah.
they just like grab
They-
the kid and go, and they're like,
It was like,
"Who are these people?"
Figure it
Like,
out.
An hour later, oh,
Yeah.
those people.
But that's my only real gripes about it. I don't have too many bad things to say about this. This is an excellent film. Like, if you haven't seen it, go see it. It's like, this came out in 1988, and the animation is better than some of the shit they've been putting out recently. There's no CGI, no 3D models. They drew this shit with their fucking hands. So like when you look at people with their fucking giant plastic robots and their fucking fake Ferris wheels and blimps and shit, and if you see the grotesque nature of like how like the bodies transform and like grows extra appendages, like you see that and like that was drawn out. That wasn't the fucking 3D models. That took time and that took effort, man. And that's commendable. That's a lot better than some of the shit we're seeing in anime today. And I'm just saying that because I don't keep up with the anime season. It's just like every now and again I might see something like, was it Berserk looks like a fucking trash
Yeah.
right now.
That doesn't count.
It makes me so sad
that's-
that's
Berserk
the anime
is-
for Berserk.
Berserk is.
But yeah, that's my little bad. I might think of something while we at it. I don't know. But let's get into the good because we all like this. So Zim, what is the good of the film? What's good for what? What the fuck did I just say?
What's the film?
What do you like about the film?
What's the good?
All right.
What's
so,
the good?
It's a good movie.
We already did the bad. We forgot the.
Have you seen the
I don't know.
goods?
I feel, and I like the open end to it
Okay.
because I had a few theories of like
Oh,
what's
the Iron
going on?
Tetsu.
with the I Am Tetsuo. I was wondering,
Oh,
okay,
because
so like when Akira goes and absorbs the other kids and Tetsuo, and you kind of have like a big bang happen.
Yeah.
I like that it has an open ending, so you can think like, okay, well, what happened? Did he or did they become a whole new universe, like a parallel universe that just started, or are they the start of their original universe? Like, did they kind of collapse in
I have a
and
theory.
go to the beginning of time and create that universe, kind
They
of like a
went to a
loop?
different plane of existence.
Well,
No, it's his theory.
Oh,
You don't give him the answer. That's his theory.
And they might explain it better in the manga, but I'm just saying, like the way it ends, like it doesn't. It could be anything.
When I first saw it and he says, I am Tetsuo, I was like, I thought it meant like, I am God. Like, I am in control now. That's what basically when I first saw it as a kid.
No, they turned into the little universe thing, and
Yeah.
then Canada. He
Canada?
sucked it up. Kaneda. He sucked it up into his hand, and
Yeah.
then he got superpowers.
Oh yeah, he did brighten up a little. Yeah, he did absorb
yeah,
it.
he got
His whole body
So
lit up.
he absorbed the universe
Yeah,
or something
so
like that.
now him and the chick are gonna have.
No, the chick was always. That's
They're
manga. Never
both.
mind.
They're
Never
both
mind.
now. They both now have superpowers.
Well, I mean,
No, wait.
even
Kate wasn't with
Wait,
them.
wait.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. Okay, real quick. They said that the power of Akira is in everybody.
Yeah. Okay.
It
But
just said you have to
when he
awaken it
sucked
somehow.
up the universe, he
He-
awokened it.
Okay, just want to say that
And
real quick.
The other girl already had it.
Yeah, she was in the manga. She's the one who goes toe to toe with Tetsuo the most. Actually, she
Oh,
gets.
okay.
Yeah, there's characters you see in
okay,
there
so-
that have and more
Much
important
more,
roles. Yeah,
in
like
depth.
that crazy lady was a dude. You think it's a dude in the movie? It's a lady with the glasses and like the car. She has a bigger important role in there. Sorry,
Well,
cut y'all
the
off.
way it was presented to me,
Yes.
maybe I might have missed something. I was under the impression that the kids were kind of combined the power and were working through her, the girl.
Well, I think one of them was working through her. I don't think all of them were.
Yeah, just the
Just
girl.
or
talking
just
to
the
her.
girl.
Yeah, I think it would have been too much to have three people trying to move a person around.
Well, because and the reason why I thought this was individually when they all tried in the kindergarten baby room, they weren't having a decent effect against Tetsuo. So I thought maybe they thought, okay, when he gets close to his peak of his power, because they said when we'll try again at his peak,
Yeah.
when it will be kind of losing control.
Yes.
And so that's when she also shows up, and so I thought that's what they were doing.
Okay. I
But-
get you.
Maybe it explains that better in the manga.
Oh, it does. Guaranteed it. What else you got?
Other things I liked. Let's see. Oh, I liked how the colonel, when the Supreme Court or whatever turns on him, he's like, "No, you know what? Shoot this guy." And my thinking's like, what did you think was going to happen? You have like the world's ending, and you guys are trying to turn on the only person who's doing something.
That was great.
He just fucking shoots him.
Like, nope, not gonna.
He's like,
you want
shoot
to
him.
arrest me? No.
No,
Oh, that was great. That was
Like-
so good.
you did not bring enough men for this. Like, you thought I was just going to go down like a punk?
No, man. It's like a bitch.
Right.
Yeah.
Like a punk?
Like a
Oh, you're so innocent, Tim.
Like a punk bitch. I'll just put that in there.
That works.
All right, what else you got?
Why is this Zim out? Let's push it on someone else.
All right, then say that. So you want to ask someone else a question? I'm just here.
Malo.
Oh shit! Oh, good. Oh Jesus
We're
Christ!
fucking up the rotation.
Oh my
guys.
God, what's going on? I feel so.
Let's go, man.
What'd you like about this?
What I like about this, I
Discipline.
liked that there was no side mouth. There was no
I know
lip
you're gonna
flaps.
bring up side mouth.
There was none of that shit. It was actual mouth opening and closing. Like there wasn't like none of that. No side mouth. You know. I love-
characters blinked.
Yes, they did. I did not lose my mind.
Eyebrows moved.
Oh,
Like
it
there
was
was
so
actual
ma-
facial
there was,
expressions.
Like there was so much expression from faces. I didn't lose my mind with it. I love Kaneda's motorcycle.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
want the motorcycle. I just love it. I got
Mhm.
Marceline is my baby, and I love my baby. I'm not gonna trade her for anything,
I
but
would totally ride that motorcycle.
I would
His
ride it.
motorcycle, I would totally.
I would ride
I
it.
would totally
Don't
have that
want it.
motorcycle.
I would go like, let me just ride it for a few
I
hours.
wouldn't want
like,
it in red though.
ah.
I'd want blue.
Also, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but like a lot of it felt some scenes felt like they were rotoscope because the characters had very human-like movements and they felt like they had weight. Like people would like move their arms and then like kind of like they kind of shake because they're like, oh, it's holding up there it's too long, or like they're like coming back from something, they're reacting to something. Like it looked like motion capture. No, rotoscopes for animation, but it was interesting to see that. It was they paid very good attention to the movements, and I appreciate that. That was
like true to life
yes,
animation.
I liked it. Yes, I was just like, oh, this person moves like a person, and then you look, and I think about the anime I've seen where it's just like mostly like shots of people tapping pins or walking past each other, or like shots between their legs, looking at the guy who's like with his arm down, going like, man, I wonder what's gonna happen in class today. Hopefully, no meteorite hits me and I would get superpowers, like some shit like that. Like, you know, it was like they had.
When did they say that in the classroom?
I'm just saying, I don't know, man. Like this name, a shonen.
You know what? Speaking of the classroom,
Yes.
you know what I really liked? Have you ever seen this movie called Only the Strong Survive?
No, I haven't.
It's about this teacher
Yes.
that goes to a bunch of students in a bad high school. Yeah.
This movie had a bad high school.
That's why it reminded me of it.
Was there any dancing in this movie?
Maybe in the background.
Was there any dancing in Akira?
Yeah, because there was
Was there any
hologram
fight dancing in Akira?
No,
No,
No?
there wasn't any fight dancing.
No, no fight
at
dancing.
all.
No
No.
fight dancing.
That's
Okay.
where they messed up.
That's where you messed up. All right. Okay. Also, another thing, since we're talking about go back to the realistic violence. Have you ever seen a movie called Jinro, the Wolf Brigade? No. So,
Can't say I have.
it's another good anime film. I recommend. And it reminded, when people were getting shot up, it reminded me of that. How like the bullets tore through people. It was pretty quick. It looked realistic. And it's like, that's not what we're going to focus on, but that happened. Deal with it. Let's move on.
You kind of saw the first guy get shot up pretty good, though, right?
Yeah, but that's what it's like. You see it. It happened. We move on. We're not going to go like, it wasn't like we need to zoom in on him dying.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like, no, he's dead. He died. Let's go. Continue with the story. Another thing I loved, I love the music. It was so weird and amazing. Like, rah, 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 rah.
Yeah,
It was just like,
times.
Right. It
oh
was
man,
fitting for the.
it was amazing. Like every time
It
some
felt like the 80s.
epic was happening, it was just like people screaming in the background. I was like,
shit. Like some techno, like cyberpunk stuff.
oh my!
Like-
Speaking of cyberpunk, did you get? Oh, you guys. Okay, who's seen Blade Runner?
I have.
How did you see this? Like they had things that look like the Tyrell building. That I was looking at that. It's like this is Blade Runner. This if Blade Runner didn't exist, maybe this thing wouldn't have exist. You know, it's that thing. What I'm talking about, like the roots of shit, man. That's my thing. Samurai, what'd you like about this film?
Well, I love the film. Like I think the first time I watched it, I was probably like 7. Like the first time like I watched it in Japan, and I enjoyed it. But as an adult watching it, like some of my favorite scenes are like really random. Like when the police guys were shooting the smoke bombs, like the smoke bombs at the
Oh
ground.
yeah, and then
And he looks at the
He
one
just
guy and
shoots at
just
the
like,
one
bam!
dude.
And just keeps going. I was like, holy crap, did that just happen?
was
that was pretty
Like,
good. That was
And
really
That was
good.
awesome.
discipline.
Just
Like,
Oh, yeah, just like
that's
punch.
the discipline is the best.
that always reminds me of when Zim was bitch slapping 8-year-olds.
Oh damn, you did that, bro.
Still referring to Yu-Gi-Oh! And no.
It was with a card deck, okay?
Discipline.
All right, man.
Discipline.
It's
like,
like, you
I'll
don't-
discipline a deer though.
oh, damn.
Jesus Christ,
right, you
man.
discipline that deer.
Did you at least eat the deer?
I'm vegetarian, bro.
Oh yeah. He
Oh
doesn't
yeah,
eat-
Yeah,
you're
you
vegetarian.
You can only have fish.
So did you
could've
like?
made
I don't
shoes
eat
out
fish.
of
Did
the
you take
skin?
it? Did you like take it to a butcher so someone else can eat it?
You just left
I mean,
it on the side of
it
the
was right in
road.
front of the grocery store. Someone can pick it up for free. You know?
Hey, I saw a
They're
TV
on their way.
show.
It's like,
Some people
I'm
do
going to
that.
go get me some, what is that? Venison, right? That's what you call it.
Venison.
I'm going to get me some venison. Oh, free venison. I don't even eat, like,
Yeah,
I
but
was
it's a
doing this-
city deer. It probably doesn't taste very good.
We don't know. Is it still there? Can we go check it out?
Oh.
no, it's not still there.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
it was there when after I unlocked the door, went to go check on it. It wasn't there when my shift was over.
Probably a coyote got it.
Or it got up and
Why would there
walked
be
away.
a coyote in front of a grocery?
Well, apparently people leaving dead deer in front of grocery stores, so why not?
So why wouldn't the coyote go to the grocery store to get itself some deer?
Because they go for road runners.
Oh. They do
No!
Touche!
I just it just hit me.
Touche! Unless that roadrunner has an anvil.
It just hit me. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god. I probably just spiked the shit out of the mic when I did that too.
Yeah, you did.
A little bit.
Oh.
My ears are bleeding.
Oh. Fuck you. What else did you like about the film?
You know what I liked?
What'd you like?
Every time Kaneda was walking around,
Yeah.
I just felt like he should be saying, "I'm a cop."
What?
Yeah. It's
Why?
His jacket.
because it reminded me of Kung Fury.
Oh.
Like, that whole movie reminded me of Kung Fury, and I was
It's
just like,
it's funny that
"I'm a cop."
you watch things and then you don't even get the references, and then you take the things that took the references from that and go like, that reminds me of that thing, even though that thing got it from this thing.
No, it's the other way around.
Yeah.
Like Kung Fury is probably like the live action version of this movie where he just fights Nazis.
This is not the live action version of this movie then.
It really is. Just.
Ugh.
It's like a side story.
What?
Okay. I have a quick question. How come no one died in that motorcycle accident, the motorcycle fight in the beginning of the film?
Oh, were you?
The cop said no one died. The cop said no one died in that motorcycle fight.
The pipe beating and
The pipe beating,
Wow.
the guy who crashed, apparently no one died. Because I remember they were pulling the guy out that crashed. The cop said later on that no one died from that motorcycle
Well, I mean,
fight.
it's
I
supposed to be
didn't catch
futuristic.
that,
They have
like-
decent
Yeah.
They weren't
medical
wearing
or
anything.
Yeah, they weren't wearing any protection.
No, they were
helmets,
not, no
nothing.
gear. They were not agatting at all.
It's
It was
the
bad.
future.
It was,
A future 1 year from now.
I'm surprised, like, when-
Yeah, but to the in the 80s,
Well,
it's
you-
not-
I don't know, maybe because they survived Akira's first bombing that they became like superpower, super endurance, whatever. Because how fast was fucking Tetsuo going when he clocked that guy? He took his mask off with that and drew some blood. Surprised he didn't take his head off with that thing. So apparently no one died, according to the
I
cops.
can't believe that.
Yeah.
though.
That's what the guy said.
Well, maybe not yet at that point.
Oh, yeah,
It's
he's-
only been a
yeah.
couple
Oh, yeah,
hours after.
because his
like he
guy's-
hasn't bled out in the hospital
Like
yet.
this guy's like face is caved in. He's like he might survive. You know, he's not dead yet.
He's a vegetable though.
Yeah, because also got to remember when Kate killed that guy, Kaneda was freaking out. It's like, hey man, you need to turn yourself in. What's going on? It's like,
oh yeah, that was where he's
Yeah.
like, I'll be waiting for you when you get
wasn't
out.
freaking- I mean, he
like-
wasn't freaking out. He was just like, hey, what's done is done.
Yeah,
he'd be
over.
like, I'll wait for
let's
you.
go have
when
a
you
drink.
Get out. I'm
Yeah.
here.
and I was just sitting there go like, you guys never killed anybody then? Like, what the fuck was that
so
shit?
Going back to the motorcycles and no one died. What was your favorite motorcycle scene with fighting? Because mine was when Kaneda jumped up on the motorcycle and kicked that dude off the fucking bike. Like that shit was badass.
People got knees of steel.
Yeah, like he just
Oh,
rowdy,
man.
like ran up to it, jumped up, kneed him in the fucking face.
Oh man, I actually loved it when he sent the guy's motorcycle back to him.
Yeah.
Oh, he drove
that
into the
was
wall.
badass.
I was
The
like,
tear at the end.
yeah,
just
I was like, if I
Listen.
die, I want someone to crash my motorcycle too.
I'll do
Yeah,
that.
send your
and
motorcycle.
I called
Yeah.
dibs. I called dibs. I called dibs.
Oh man, what else we got
well,
here?
okay,
What was
this
your-
is
what was y'all's
not a
favorite?
motorcycle scene, but when Tetsuo is going like face the army and he has like all his people with him on the bridge.
Oh yeah,
and
his
they start
followers.
shooting and like he's like, guys, watch this, and he kills all of his followers with the army. He's like, oh,
Oh man, the I don't know, like what the Tetsu in Kaneda, it was weird because it's like we didn't get enough time with them to like establish a connection, but we already knew what their
You
connection
kind of
was.
felt it already.
You felt it already, so I thought that was interesting. Like it was like, hey man, you basically my little brother kind of
Yeah.
thing. And then he's like, I got these powers now. I want respect. And he's like, I'm not going to respect you. I don't give. Oh, you can blow people up with your mind.
See, look,
Fuck
let's-
off with
It was like,
that.
let's
oh, you're
have-
the king of this pile of garbage. Like,
I just want to have a public service announcement that whenever you see a kid getting bullied, just let him get bullied. And then once he stands up for himself, he won't turn into a mass murderer.
But people don't know how to stand up for themselves. Apparently,
If Kaneda would have just let him continue to get his ass beat and
Yeah.
then he stepped up, he wouldn't have had this whole inferiority complex and fucking murdered everybody.
yeah, but he
or he
no-
would have been that crazy kid that just would have like murdered everybody in their sleep.
probably while they're
'Cause
awake
he couldn't
too.
take it anymore.
Probably while they're
Don't
awake.
take-
Well, no,
Don't
because he
take
was so
Bard's
little
advice.
when he was in like
Yeah.
the foster home or wherever the orphanage they
Yeah,
were at.
but
all right. Something that kind of confused me now that I started thinking about it.
yeah, what's
the
up?
whole Akira is in everyone, or the power of Akira.
Yeah, that was weird.
Well, since we see later on, like, because when we first heard that, I thought that Akira was maybe like God or the beginning of the.
I think the
universe.
manga explains this a whole lot better than the movie ever
But
did.
when you have and you can get to that after I finish, but like, if he was only that was 200 years ago, 100 years
Whoa,
ago?
whoa,
Oh, 30
Dude,
years
ago.
30 years ago.
My
30.
bad. 30
Yeah,
years ago. Like, I don't see how, like, everyone would have him in them.
I don't know. Maybe he's Genghis
Okay,
Khan.
so
and
that's-
he's just
okay,
fucking
so
wrecking everything.
just-
Maybe
Jumping
it's
on what he
the
was
whole
saying.
I get
humans
maybe-
only use 10% of our brains, and if we use more, we'd have more powers, all the psychic powers. and
Okay,
stuff.
so jumping on what Zim said, what was Akira's number?
28.
So he's 28. So does that mean that did Akira have all these powers and then they used him to give those three kids powers, or was Akira just the first one to be tested Then he got the powers, and then they gave it to those other kids.
That's something you have to talk to the manga about. I don't remember much.
So, because maybe like, okay, they're just using the phrase Akira is in everyone because Akira was the first one to develop all this, not necessarily because he's the god or the supreme being.
Well, he's also the strongest, apparently.
Like he developed like the most powers, like the fastest.
And then I don't remember how the manga does this. Does he die after he causes the explosion, or they kill him? The first explosion that happens in Tokyo before it becomes Neo Tokyo.
They freeze him. Like
yeah, but did they kill him?
That's when they started dissecting him, I guess.
Did he die because he released so much energy? Like I don't remember exactly how it happened, because he caused the first explosion, and then what? What happened to him? Because they say they froze him, but then like did they kill him, or did he die beforehand?
Well, because they woke him up. Like in the manga, like he comes back to like life. Like,
yeah.
he's a
So
boy.
what killed him? Did the power expelled from him kill him, or did the government kill him so they could dissect him?
30 years ago, when he blew up,
Yeah.
did he die from the explosion, or?
Oh, in the movie, like
no, in the
or?
manga. In the manga, did he die from the explosion, or did because they don't fucking tell you in the anime?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I think they left that kind of like.
Yeah, okay, because they don't say it in the anime. They just say we just froze him. It's like, did he die or did you kill him? That's the thing. Well, also thinking about that, the general like apparently likes the kids. The kids love him too. So apparently, he wouldn't have killed Akira. But at the same time, it's like I don't know what happened to him. So,
from what I think from like the movie standpoint, it seems like the first explosion, like he died. So then they
just pick up the pieces and go like, hey, let's have fun with this.
I guess that kind of goes with when he's going on that whole rant, like this is what they were ashamed of, and they hit it. And all that stuff.
They hit it in like a giant ball, and then the giant ball goes into like a little tiny ball.
They hit it because they said it was World War III, and they fucking covered it up.
Yeah. Also, I think they were afraid that the parts might come alive or something, so they like buried him deep down and shit, and like layer upon layer.
They didn't know what it was like.
Yeah, they had no idea.
If it was over, or if it was there was gonna be a round 2 later.
Little did they know.
Yeah.
Okay, something else that I didn't understand. I don't know why I didn't bring this up earlier when we were on the bad.
Yeah.
When Tetsuo goes to the kindergarten for the first time and he meets like the kindergartners, and he's talking to them. At first he's like, "What did she say?" And like the boy who he ran over, starts explaining what the girl was saying in the capsule. And then like halfway through it, Tetsuo starts just responding to her straight without any translation.
I think he's doing telepathy or something.
But then after that, the boy goes back and starts explaining stuff again, just because, like, I guess the colonel's
because
there,
anime, because anime, because we love exposition, because anime.
All I'm saying is, if he started, having that telepathy, he shouldn't have had to continue explaining everything since he was already responding.
It's for the audience.
I get you.
No, and that's what I'm saying. If you want to do it for the audience, let us hear what Tetsuo's hearing. Don't have someone else.
Hey man, it was the 80s, okay?
Yeah.
It was the 80s.
I'm a cop.
Feel like I'm watching Chowder again. Rada 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 rada. What? Is this what you said, Tetsuo? Rada rada rada.
Oh,
okay, so let's go.
I want to talk about the last scene, like when he's losing control of his powers and he's growing arms and stuff like that. I love that scene so much because you don't get good gore like that anymore. You don't get good disgusting going like, that's not pleasant. You don't get that. You get blood balloons. You get people getting chopped into pieces with little black parts and then blood gushing. You don't get like looking at something going like, that is disturbing. You don't get the thing in anime form anymore. And I really like that. How do you guys feel about that?
Unless it's like CGI, like
it was pretty gross.
Enhanced. Yeah. Like that's the only way you get it now.
Okay, like think about Made in Abyss. What was the worst part? Okay, no, take that back. Take that back. What was the goriest part?
That was the worst part?
Okay, yeah, take that one back. What was the goriest part of Made in Abyss?
Her broken arm.
Her broken arm. And seeing Miki get transformed into whatever the fuck that thing was.
Right.
The hollow. Like hollow?
Yeah, it was a hollow.
Yeah, that was like the grossest thing in there. But that doesn't compare to anything that happened with his arm sitting there and growing into the block and he just
True.
like...
But then even the initial shot on the arm was kind of weird where it's like, after all this gore we've been getting, we just see like a red circle.
Yeah.
within
Yeah.
it. Like I felt like
I saw that too, and it was like blood piñata, blood piñata. Yeah, wow, that. But then I was like, once everything when he makes this like middle arm, and then I was like, going to forgive it. I'm going to forgive it because I also felt like that was like that quick. Like this is the quick violence that happens. It just happens to get past it. Yes, he lost his arm. It happened. Let's get past it. Hold on. We got some sick shit to show you guys. Just wait for it. It's gonna get your dick hard. You're not got a dick. It's still gonna get hard.
But didn't he lose his arm from like the
laser
gun? So
Yeah.
it cauterized it. So that's why it was just.
Oh snap!
Like,
Oh snap!
That's why there was no blood. It just
No. I'm fine with the no blood. I mean, like when we look
I'm
at
the one who
meat,
has issues with gore.
I want to see like the bones and stuff.
like the
Like it might be
chunk
cauterized.
This
but
is
you
the
still
80s.
You still see
This is all
inside.
the 80s anime was all about bones and stuff like that. Just watching Fist of the North Star.
Oh, true.
What happened to anime? Like what happened between like the 80s like the 80s was all about like exploring, doing weird and different things, right? And then the 90s was like being all existential with it. And then the early 2000s was like we're working off the stuff that happened in the 90s and we're gonna make our own thing, but still be based off that stuff. And after a certain point, it was like let's just make a slice of life. Everything's a slice of life.
Almost everything is a slice of life now.
Like Nichijou is funny, but come on, like what I don't have anything else that I would like to watch. I don't know because I don't like anime
Have you
anymore.
tried watching Boruto?
Stop.
I don't want to watch that shit.
Oh,
Probably
you guys
miss
are
it.
so funny with your hate for Naruto, like when you haven't even watched it.
No, I have watched it.
No, like
I have watched it.
No, you haven't watched
I've-
all of it.
not
I've
all
been-
of it.
No.
Yeah,
So
watch
you-
it. Watch
It's like
it
you
all,
can't have
and
a true
then tell
opinion
me.
until you've seen the ins and outs of
I have
those
to
800
watch-
episodes.
I have to watch 800 fucking episodes. I watched one season of Gotham. I watched 3 episodes of Gotham and knew that it was a piece of shit. I finished a season and this motherfucker
Oh, Naruto will
does
rip
not
your heart
live
out.
up to the bargain. Watch Orphan Black.
Hey, I'll make a bargain. What do you want me to watch? And you'll watch Naruto.
For the
Fuck
audience,
you. There's
those
nothing.
wondering, just a little backstory.
Oh my god.
A couple years ago, Malo and I had a deal where if he would watch Gotham, I would watch Orphan Black. And he watched the first season of Gotham.
Yes, I did.
He watched the second season of Gotham.
The second, I got to the mid part,
The mid finale of
Yeah.
the second season
and I
of
was like,
Gotham.
I'm done. I'm done.
And I tried to watch Orphan Black, but the first thing didn't work out. Like the audio was dead,
Mm-hmm.
and
Lucky.
then I got some help. I was able to watch the first 2 episodes, and now I've been watching the episodes like completely out of order. And
So you don't understand. You just.
Just watch it, man.
Helena is best girl, okay?
So,
and you don't get that Helena's best girl ever, and it breaks my heart because you don't get how awesome that
all right.
picture
Well,
is.
let's deal. I'll go watch Orphan Black, and you're watching.
I'm not
Boruto.
watching Naruto.
I said Boruto.
Just watch the movie.
Oh my god! No, I'll make the deal on my terms. All right, I'll find something
Watch
that I
the
want you to watch.
Boruto movie.
No, because if I have to suffer through something, I'm gonna make sure you're gonna suffer
Oh,
too.
no, wait, you gotta watch the last Naruto movie, then the Boruto movie.
Yes.
Boruto.
When when him and Sasuke kiss and make up after beating shit at each other for 30 minutes or something.
No, that's
Dude,
in the last of
that's-
Shippuden.
That's the last episode. No,
What-
second to last.
What's the last
episode.
Naruto movie about then?
It's about the last Naruto movie.
It sums everything up
Yeah,
after
the wedding.
that fight.
They get married?
Yeah, Hinata, and then they have babies.
No, until Sasuke and Naruto they get married.
no,
No.
Sasuke and Sakura.
Wait, he
Sasuke.
married her?
Sasuke
Yeah,
and
and had a
Sakura.
kid.
Yeah,
I thought he didn't care about her
He had a kid with her.
He was just pretending, bro. He was brooding.
for 30 years.
Oh
Apparently,
no, he's like now a Sasuke
Like,
fangirl.
you just don't understand.
Like
I don't.
he gets
You're
so
right. I don't
excited when
understand.
Sasuke shows up.
I'm Helena fangirl.
all right,
Helena best girl.
I'm good with Helena.
I'm not watching Naruto. That doesn't even count. Like, because Orphan Black is it's like I think in total it's maybe 60 episodes from beginning to end.
That's
maybe.
good. Boruto right now is only 50. You have to watch less.
It's 53 and counting. The longer you wait, the more episodes there'll be.
I don't want to talk about this shit anymore.
So,
All
first thing you do when you get superpowers, go kill or try to kill kindergartners.
Fuck.
Well, they
That's
messed with him
basically-
that's
first.
basically
They
what he
messed
did.
with him first.
Wait, how old are they actually? Are they actually kids? Because that
Okay, I'm sorry. Kindergartner size seniors.
yeah, because like they should be like 30 something
Yeah,
plus
they're-
years old.
There's like they're like 40 years old, but like I guess like whatever surgery that they like experimentation that was done to them
Yeah.
made them like Benjamin Button old,
Yeah,
but still child body.
because they were hanging out with Akira back when he was Akira. You
Yeah.
know, when he had a body. So
And that was 30 years ago.
Yeah, it
and
was
they
30
were
years.
already
31
like
years
10,
prior.
so they're at least 50.
Yeah.
That's just based on, and that's not even counting how long they actually tested them for. Let's say they tested them for 10 years, so that gives them, they're at 60 years old.
yeah, they're old. They're old people. They just they just look like little kids. But yeah. Apparently, according to Zim, killing kindergarten. Oh snap! Isn't that what that one kid did with the lightsabers?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Was this Anakin Skywalker?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy killed all the
Oh, yeah,
Padawans,
he did. All the
or
little
younglings, young
All the
ones.
little ones.
I
Yeah.
think we talked about that last time, too.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, I forgot why.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Didn't you
because
say
of
that was
the
your
thing.
favorite
Yeah.
scene or something?
Yeah, I do like that scene a lot. Oh, you know what my other favorite scene is when Obi-Wan Kenobi
The
is
women
fighting,
and children too.
Anakin, and he's like, "You were supposed to bring balance to the Force, not leave it in darkness." I love that part.
You love that part?
Yeah,
I want to get back to the part where you love the part where he kills all the little children.
yeah. Fuck those little kids. They're all stuck up and bitches. Like they think they're Jedi. They think they're all badass.
Mm.
No,
He's just jealous.
Yeah, I think it does.
no.
He wants to be Jedi.
I don't want to be a Jedi. I want to be a
You
Sith
want to wear a
Lord.
robe. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, but you know it makes you ugly, right? Being a Sith Lord because you're bad
You're
guy.
gonna have those things
Scars
on
and
your head.
yellow eyes and bad teeth.
Ugh.
I'm still badass. People, chicks will still like it.
So
All
what
right,
about
well-
being like a gray Jedi?
I don't fucking know what that is.
That's no such
You didn't
thing.
read like the
There's-
expanded lore?
I read a few issues, not enough for me to be even nowhere near an expert or whatever.
All right.
Yeah. All right, let's get back to Akira though. Going off this fucking tangent of killing children. What else? What else? Some good scenes in there we can talk about. Man, this movie's too good. It's weird because I'm drawing a blank. It's like I want to talk shit about it because that'll just keep me going, but I can't. I'm just like, oh man, just fucking watch the movie. It's great. It's great. It's good animation. It's good violence. The explosions are pretty. It's good. Like, and then
Well, I like how the night feels like night. Like when they're indoors, like everything's dark. Like
I love
like,
the
I like it.
I love the background. I love the buildings. I love how I love the lighting. I love that there's different color schemes. Everything they're changing outfits and not wearing the same fucking thing every fucking scene.
Mhm.
I like you constantly being pelted with new sensory information, and I like that.
I do think it was funny though that like in supposedly 2019,
Yeah.
like everybody was wearing 80s styles clothing,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the high water pants, the little socks.
They
Like,
didn't know.
It's a good style.
They didn't know.
Oh,
Oh,
then, in their
here's a-
defense, that style has kind of come back. Like I see
Yeah.
people wearing those MC Hammer pants a little bit. Like
Yeah.
it's like oh.
What are some things that happened in the manga that we didn't see? Because you guys have brought up that
there's not some things. A whole lot of things
Yeah, a
happen.
lot of
From
things.
I remember just bits and pieces, honestly, because it's been too fucking long.
because I'm interested. I mean, I'm still going to go read it, but I would like to know some of the stuff that's in there.
A lot of characters were taken out. A lot of characters that had like little you saw in there had bigger roles. Like the guy with who was arms crossed and he had the clown clown face biker.
Like the
He had a big
clown,
role.
the clown leader, like the leader of the clowns, like he had or the clowns had a much bigger role.
Yes.
Like later on, like they help in coming to like attack like
I
at
think
the end.
characters-
Like instead of,
I think characters die in different ways. Honestly, like Ryu, I think he dies. He doesn't. I don't think he gets. I think he dies a
yeah,
different
the
way.
way Kaori died differently. Like
Kaori
she wasn't absorbed by
Oh yes,
by Tetsuya.
no, yeah,
Like
she
that.
was
It
killed
wasn't
by.
like that at all. Like he tried
Yeah.
to bring her back, and then it didn't work.
Yeah, he
And then he killed her.
she was killed by some guy that was working for Tetsuo. Cause like he started his harem and his religion basically, so like everyone was giving him sex slaves, and I guess he had a cult. He had a cult, and
Nice.
one of his cult leaders killed her for some reason because I guess he was trying to like make a move on Tetsuo, like try to get him to do his bidding. I can't. It's very vague. It's a
Then
long time
anyway,
ago.
he tried to bring her back.
Yeah,
And he brought her like half to life, but she was just like in pain and like so he killed her.
yeah. He didn't.
Like,
He didn't squish her with his disgusting body. That didn't happen in the manga.
Yeah.
He started to look like a baby.
Yeah,
He
that wasn't a
did.
manga though. The baby thing, but I think there's more fighting. Like K has a bigger role. She has a big role because she's like super powered up. She's basically Dragon Ball Z with her. So
was that her own power though in the manga?
In the manga, it was her power,
Yeah.
but then people were also giving her power
So
too.
they were lending her
Yeah.
their energy.
Was it
Like she
by
had like
worshiping
the
her?
power to be able to
Yes.
take in other people's power
Yes,
and be used as like
she
a
was a
tool
spirit
kind of
bomb.
thing. Like, yeah.
Yes, I'm going to knock it out first before you make a pun and
Yeah.
destroy me or something like that. Yeah, it was. I can't get into it because, like I said, it's been too long since I read through. I was reading through it when I was in high school, like when I was a freshman in high school. I was in the library reading all the issues because they had it for some reason. So that's I don't know.
That's such a
when was I
that'd be a
freshman?
weird thing to have in a high school library.
Well, they had like
Really? You
used
know how many-
condoms in the library too.
Like,
People were
if
fucking
that's
in the library.
weirdest thing you've seen in a high school library.
Man, you're so innocent. You know, it's like,
Like,
man,
aw.
do you know what blood looks like?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I just was wondering if you've seen any violence whatsoever in your life. You're so adorable.
Aw, that was like you weren't quite sure how to take that. You were like,
I know, just toss that word at him.
Oh.
I don't know, but yeah,
Thanks, Malo.
Thanks, Mark.
Nice. Thanks, Mallow.
I just remember reading as a kid, and like, man, this is you just flip the page, it's like, oh, there's a rape scene right there. All right, cool. That's in the library. All right, let's keep going.
And
Yeah,
I was reading different books in high school.
I was reading whatever that looked interesting that I could get my hands on. That's all it was. Like, I remember in high school, I was trying to read. I tried to read 5 different versions of Dante's Inferno, and they were all fucking boring. I couldn't before you actually get to the fucking rings. I was just like, this guy writes fucking boring. This guy writes fucking boring. And it got to a point like I didn't even fucking read the Inferno because it's so boring before you get to the fucking rings. Oh my god, it was so hard. But that's a story for another time. Fucking whatever. What else is there?
So next week we're going to be reading Dante's Inferno.
Sitting there going like, I can't read this shit.
Another thing I like about Akira would be, like considering that it did come out in 1988,
Yeah.
like their idea of the future
Yeah.
is not too far off.
We're getting there.
I mean, we've already started to make like hologram stuff, so like, why we would be able to use it for advertising soon,
But
like piece of cake,
that's
whatever. Like,
a lot of things from the 70s and 80s when they predicted things, eventually they came true or they're going to come true. It's just that it takes time. We'll get there eventually. We will get super smart with our technology, and it becomes magic.
they didn't like depict it to be like flying cars.
Yeah, no.
Like most future things.
Bitchin'
where,
motorcycles,
Like,
that's what they
everybody
had.
has flying cars and laser guns and like the Jetsons.
Yeah.
Bitchin' motorcycles. That's what they thought was going to be the thing. I don't know. Bart, what else can you say that you liked about this film?
I think we already written over it, which was the bad acid trips, teddy bears.
Yeah.
I like when the little teddy bears are walking up on the bed.
Yeah,
And he tries to grab it.
No, that is one of my favorite scenes though.
I thought that-
of like the way that they show Tetsuo,
Especially
like,
because they had
he's
that
so
weird
realistic.
music.
Like the way he turns in his bed and he's looking and
Yeah.
grabbing. Like it's so like you forget you're watching an anime.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
You're
Like, I felt like
it feels like you're watching a real person. Like
like was it
going through-
rotoscoped or something? Like, how they get these good fucking movements, realistic movements? I don't know.
And I know you mentioned the music, but I think the music in that scene with the little
Yeah.
guys moving, that was a favorite part, like the music that I liked.
Yeah.
Because it just felt intense.
I've never heard music like this before, like in a movie. If I go look for some experimental shit, I can find it. But the music they use in this movie, I've never heard any other movie like this.
I like
No,
the
not in the
poster.
movie.
Sorry, this is kind of off. But like when you go onto like Crunchyroll or if you look at the DVDs or the ones I've seen, what you have on the poster is Canada and walking to his bike.
Yes.
It's like if you look at that, you have no clue what you're getting into.
No, you don't.
And I think that's something you, especially nowadays, you don't have. Where it's like, oh hey, if you look at a poster, you can tell that this is going to be an izukai, which is a journey to another world kind of
Yes.
thing. You know that this is going to be a slice of life, or et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But looking at this, you're like, oh, this is going to be a movie about Fast and Furious motorcycle style or something.
That's what I thought.
The poster is for the fans. the posters for if you've seen the movie, you understand how important the bike is. It's
Right.
like
Yeah.
Tetsuo wants the bike, even when he gets his powers. He's like, I
He
want
still
wants
the
that bike.
Like-
And then like it's like, where's my bike? And then like at the end, he bikes fuck, but he's like, no, I'm still gonna ride my bike. Like that bike lasts throughout the entire movie, and that's for the fans. That's what that poster is. But I feel like we got all we can get out of this film.
Yeah, it's pretty
It's
good.
pretty good. All right, let's do some closing statements. Zem, close it out. Like how you felt about everything, and what do you want to say?
All right, so I still think after we've gone over everything, I'm going to keep it as a 8 out of 10.
Yeah,
Definitely recommend it to, again, most everyone. If you can't handle gore or really weird scenes, then maybe you might pass, but give it a shot.
Bart.
I'm gonna keep it my 7 out of 10.
Okay. Anything else you want to say about it?
I don't like Dragon Ball Z.
Commendable. Samurai.
Okay, so I say Akira is a 10 out of 10.
Yes.
As for if you just want it to stand alone.
Yes.
The movie in itself.
Yes.
Don't think about anything else. Not the manga, nothing.
Yes.
I think it's a 10 out of 10. And
Yeah.
it's worth watching, especially because it's all drawn. There's no computer stuff.
Yes.
Like, it is real animation.
This film also reminds me of Ghost in the Shell in a lot of aspects. It's like how slow it is and how it pays attention to the background. And you get to soak it in. You get to live in their world, and you get to see how things, like I don't know, the day to day. You get to see that. I still conclude with I believe this movie is awesome. I feel like if you love anime, you should watch this movie. If you like films, you should watch this movie. It's a great movie, honestly. Yes, it has some weird stuff in there. The gore it might freak you out towards the end if you're not that kind of into that kind of stuff. But hey, man, if you're a horror guy, and you like horror films, like you'll love the end. Like you just love that. You just love how disgusting and awesome that thing looks, and to just keep in the back of your mind that someone drew that all out. And they put like cell by cell, picture by picture, drew that shit out. No CGI. It's just like beautiful gore, And I just
like that came out of someone's mind.
Exactly.
Like someone thought this up
and they put that on paper, and then they put it on film, and just like that's forever. Like that is forever. And then you remember that they want to make a fucking American remake about it, and they might fuck it up because it probably won't be as gross and disgusting. It'll be CGI butthole, this fucking grotesque whatever. And instead of just being practical effects, like you can make this thing in practical effects if you really want to. If you had the balls, you can make this gross thing and as practical effects. Because trust me, if you look on pictures online, there's people who made the arm themselves as cosplay. So it's doable. If a fucking guy in his basement can make the arm, the fucking arm do the crazy metal and flesh to meld together, then you, Hollywood, can do the same fucking thing. But you won't, because you love to suck the dick of CGI. You just love to just guzzle it. You like to slap the balls a little bit, and then you deep throat it a little bit, and then you spit it in our face. And we're like, we didn't want a fucking snowball. Take that shit away from us, all right? I'm angry about this. Fuck you.
And that has been Akira.
No, I'm not done. The prequel to the thing was stupid, all right? That's like, why do you, the movie.
We already talked about this
Oh my
last
God.
time.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
the
I'm
thing.
okay.
We don't want to
Okay,
talk about
okay.
this.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Because
All right.
The
Take it
original
back.
thing is the
Okay.
best.
Whew.
Tone it down.
Okay.
We all
Calm
know thing
down.
number 2
All
was
right.
get better.
No, not better.
Oh, I
It's
mean,
worse.
yeah, that's right.
Like,
I said that
better.
wrong. Prequel thing was better. Not thing number 2. I said
The
that wrong.
prequel thing was a shit. The thing was better.
Yeah, you said the first one
The
was
original.
better.
The
right?
first one.
original.
Exactly. So prequel goes first before
No.
the second
No,
one.
just the
so
original.
the prequel is better.
This has been whatever you want to talk about. All right.
This was him.
It's Samurai.
This is Major Mallow.
This is Bard. With great power comes great responsibility.
Trilogy?
Response to trilogy.
Fuck the prequel to the thing.